Hey guys, Packy here. It is 11:18 a.m. Wednesday, October 5th, 2011, bringing you to the articles of the day. Alright, first thing I want to do is I actually want to talk about a couple personal different things that I have done in my life and that I have mentioned. I don't know how many of you were, that are subscribed to me, that were friends with me on Facebook, because the names are all confusing and I'm terrible with names. But anyways, I don't know how many of you were friends with me when I was on Facebook. I mentioned on Facebook that when gold hit $2,000, we would see things that we have never seen before in our generation. And maybe these things have come and maybe they have happened. I don't know. I don't remember seeing them. But anyways, when gold hit $1,900, okay, I was $100 off, guys. $100 off. My bad. $100 off. So when gold hit $1,900, it dropped to $1,600. That's a $300 drop. That's huge. I've never seen it happen before. All right. Ever since then, I'm starting to see things that we have never seen before. All right, so think about Occupy Wall Street. Think about Bank of America. Think about how many people are starting to wake up. Think about all the people that are trying to do something, but they don't know what to do. It's like, boom, all of a sudden they know something's wrong, but they don't know why or how. So the key is, and this is why they say knowledge is power, guys. Knowledge is total power. It is total shock resistance. That way, when you see things happening, you don't freak out. So just remember, guys, the most important thing is when, the shit hits the fan, is for you to stay as calm as you can. That's going to be the key to survival. Most people die because they freak out. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start with my articles. As always, I always provide the links. Please comment. Tell me what you think. I also wrote these dates down. October 6th through the 11th. I wrote get ready. I wrote them down in '08. I have not wrote dates since the year of '08 on a piece of paper. So since the year of '08, I have not written any dates. So October 6th through the 11th, I'm assuming this year is going to be a pretty drastic. We're going to see some pretty drastic changes. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. All right, economic collapse, railroad workers to strike. Okay, so there's a little video here, and it says on October 3rd, the Teamsters Rail Conference Division, Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen, almost unanimously voted in favor to go on strike. And the only way to stop this is if the president stops it by October 7th, guys. October 7th. Anyways, you guys tell me, what's going to happen when the trains go on strike? And look at what... Okay, anyways, I'm going to move on. You guys tell me. This is the article that is associated with the video. Anyways, I always provide the links. Please comment. Tell me what you think. All right, this is out of Reuters. Service sector growth slows, employment mixed. What? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys read this article. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Announced job cuts in U.S. more than triple from a year ago. Okay, Reuters is saying, it's kind of slow, it's mixed, whatever. Bloomberg is saying it's triple from 3 years ago or from a year ago. Okay, you guys tell me. I'm gonna move on. All right, Durbin to Bank of America customers, get the heck out of the bank. Now Durbin is in Congress, or he might be, or no, Senator. Dick Durbin is a senator. And he's telling everybody that find yourself a bank or a credit union that won't gouge you for a $5 a month fee that will still give you a debit card. I agree with that. Get away from these national banks, guys, because they're not going to work. But you know what? It looks like everything's starting to fall. I don't know. You guys tell me. All right, U.S. signs contract for 44.75 million anthrax vaccine doses, and they are very happy that they are keeping us safe. Safe from what? Since when do we need to be worried about anthrax, and since when do we sign a contract for 44.75 million anthrax vaccines? Anyways, I don't know. You guys tell me. I provide the links. Bernanke warns recovery close to faltering. Okay, straight out of the horse's mouth, guys. Straight out of the horse's mouth. Do I need to say anything else? We are already in a depression. We are going into what's called the Great Depression of 2011, 2012. Anyways, gonna move on. Bernanke signals some sympathy for Wall Street protesters. Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke signaled some sympathy for the demonstrators protesting in New York and other cities against Wall Street and corporate greed. Asked about the protests during his appearance before Congress Joint Economic Committee, Mr. Bernanke said people are blaming, with some justification, the problems in the financial sector for getting us into this mess. What? That's straight from the horse's mouth too, guys. You know, we've been trying to tell you this for years, and that's straight out of Bernanke's mouth, man. Straight out of the horse's mouth again. Anyways, gonna move on. All right, so you hear it come out of the horse's mouth. Economic doomsday. World experts predict total disaster. All right, so we're hearing it from Bernanke, and I suggest you guys read this article. And then it talks about the 12 disciples of doom. All right, well, anyways, it talks about these people, Anne Bernhardt, and Gerald Celente, Stephen Homburg, George Soros, the spooky dude, I guess, Mohammed El Rain, and all these other people, okay? They're all saying that the collapse is coming. The guy that also, I can't remember his name, also predicted the collapse of 2008 in front of Congress is also predicting a collapse within this year, no later than next year. Anyways, gonna move on. It's funny how people are going from fiction to fact on this, and the fact that Bernanke is telling us it's over pretty much, says I'm pretty much saying, all right, cool. If they're saying it, I'm going to say it. All right, I've been saying it. Anyways, Emmanuel, 2 city employees pay tickets or lose jobs. All right, so I guess people in Chicago that work for government haven't been paying their tickets. Must be nice, huh? Must be nice to work for the government, not have to pay your tickets. But now in Chicago, you have to worry about it because in Chicago, Rahm Emanuel says, get out. You give me my money or you get out. Anyways, going to move on. All right, Fox says it cannot afford more Simpsons without cuts. So even the Simpsons are taking a cut. Do you realize Sesame Street is also taking cuts and that they created a puppet that is homeless now so that our kids can get used to this, guys? Do you realize that they're slowly indoctrinating you into this? That's the funny thing is that most people haven't dealt with deception or dealt with crazy stuff in their life. I don't know. Everybody does, but to deal with this mass deception for a lot of these people, they just can't believe it can happen to them because nothing's ever happened to them. So, anyways, I'm gonna move on, guys. You guys tell me. All right, Moody's cuts Italy credit rating by 3 notches. There you go. Now it's Italy. So we got Greece, Italy, you name it, etc., etc., etc. China currency sanctions hit snag on Hill. You guys read this article. The Democrats and the Republicans are going at it, saying blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. Russia, China veto UN resolution on Syria crackdown. So Russia and China vetoed the European nations, threatening action if Syria's leader does not end a deadly crackdown on a pro-democracy movement. Okay, it is the first Russia-China veto since the pair blocked UN sanctions against Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe in July of 2008. I always, you guys, we've always said watch China and watch Russia, watch what they're doing, and we'll see what happens. All right, double eruptions. Chilivek's volcano unleashes 8-kilometer ash cloud, and then there was another one, Anak Krakatau, 3-kilometer ash cloud. So that's 2 volcanoes going off in Russia and Indonesia. And then, as of today, early morning, Iceland Katlan volcano rattled by strongest swarm of quakes yet. All right. You guys tell me. World sees so much precipitation, ocean levels fall. Huh? How's that happen? I'll tell you how it happens, guys. The Earth is expanding, and the more water weight that is put on the Earth causes the Earth to sink in like a bowl as it expands. This is what we call post-glacier rebound. That's not what they're going to say in this article, but if you go look at Scott at Believers Underground, he'll tell you the exact process of why this is happening. It's because the snow is melting due to the nuclear fallout that has been, tested, blown up, shifted through air, traveled from place to place, and when those particles collect in the snow, they melt the snow. Anyways, I'm going to move on. You guys tell me. All right, winter returns to the Sierra, snow above 6,000 feet. All right, this is in Tahoe and has not happened since 1969. I told you guys we're getting ready to have probably the worst winter that we have ever been through in this generation. I'm just saying that. I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm going to move on. You guys tell me. All right. Chromium-6 going airborne through dust particles from government solar projects. Do you realize what chromium-6 is? Do you remember watching that movie, Aaron Brockovich? All right, that's what it is. It's in tap water. But I guess now it's going airborne through dust particles from the government solar projects that are going bankrupt and are going out of business. Anyways, I love you all. I'm praying for you all. And as always, please comment and tell me what you think. I'm out of here. Late.